I guess my last question is, you guys really didn't have the kind of an ending to the season that you wanted.
Right.
Starting 5-0 and finishing 7-5. What's that been like among your teammates, and what's I guess the temperature of the team now heading into a bowl game? Is there like something that you guys want to prove in the bowl game?
Yeah, I mean, it was a little rocky at first, obviously, we put in work all year round, to win championships, the Big Ten championship, national championship, and then obviously we didn't finish the season the way we expected from the start. But one thing I can truly say, a guy who's been inside the locker room, that, we never gave up on each other. We always trusted each other. We had each other's backs when we were 5-0. We had each other's backs when we lost 5 games. So, we have a true brotherhood in the locker room, and no matter really what happens, we're always going to have each other's back and stick by each other no matter what happens. So,
and one more question, I'm sorry. What's it like? I mean, Coach Poindexter's been your position coach, and he's going to be the defensive coordinator for the bowl game. What's it been like to play for Coach, and what do you think about his defensive coordinating skills?
Yeah, playing for Coach Poindexter has been great. I think he's brought a lot out of me personally as a player, individually. And I love his passion, his attitude, and the way he approaches practices and whatnot. I think he's going to do a great job. Excuse me. I think he's going to do a great job as far as being a defensive coordinator. I'm really excited for him. He's been a great coach throughout this whole season. He's been prize side man. So I'm really excited.
Well, thanks for your time, Jonathan. Good luck. Thank you, Matt.
Andrew, go ahead.
Hey, Jonathan, I want to ask you about playing the SEC. We always hype up these matchups against SEC opponents, but do we overhype it, or do the players get as jazzed up as we do?
I mean, I feel like anytime, you have an opportunity to play another team in another conference, I think it's an exciting thing. Obviously we take pride in the conference that we're in, and I'm sure they take pride in the conference they're in. So I think it's just an opportunity, obviously, to show not only ourselves or just to everyone else, which conference is more dominant.
Andrew, you can go ahead and keep going here for a little bit till somebody else joins.
Okay, I didn't realize it was just you and me, man. Just you and me. I wanted to ask about KJ Jefferson. Obviously, a really mobile quarterback, really exciting to watch. Do you think he reminds you of any of the other quarterbacks you've seen play this year?
And let me think real quick. Honestly, no. And I say that primarily because of the size too. He's 6'3", 245, 250, looking to run the ball. He doesn't shy away from contact. He'll try to get his head in there, but just that dynamic of his game, I feel like separates him from a lot of the quarterbacks we played. But he can throw the ball, he can run the ball. So we're just gonna have to, contain him, try to make him move, east to west, and I think we'll be fine.
Elton, go ahead.
Hey, Jonathan, how are you doing this afternoon?
Good, how are you?
Good, man, good. Hey, I wanted to ask you, I'm sorry if it's already been asked, but I just got in here, but what was the meeting like with Manny Diaz when he first came in and introduced himself to you all?
Yeah, it was great. Obviously we were kind of like wondering what the next thing was going to happen, who was going to be hired or whatnot, what was the process looking like. So, everyone in this building, I believe trusts Coach Franklin's judgment, and we truly believe he brought the best person, possible into the position to replace Prize. So we're excited. We're most definitely excited.
Andrew?
Jesse talked about the running backs from Arkansas reminded him of Kenneth Walker Jr. and just the way they play. Do you see similar in what, kind of going back to what I asked about KJ Jefferson, do you see that Arkansas's offense is similar to any team you've seen before?
So as far as their backs, after watching film on them, I think they bring the uniqueness that they bring is the depth that they have. They have multiple guys, who could catch out of the backfield and run as well. So I would say most definitely it's the depth aspect. They have a bunch of good guys on there, so we got to continue to stop them.
Samuel?
Hey, Jonathan, thanks for your time. I just wanted to ask about your preparation for the Outback Bowl. Do you see these bowl games as, just the final game of the season? Do you see it as a portion of the regular season, or do these bowl games have an extra emphasis even without the playoff implications that the playoff bowl games have?
Most definitely. This is the last chance, that this team will be together playing another opponent. Anytime, we strap up the helmets and play another team, it's always a big deal. Doesn't matter really what game's being played. Anytime we have an opportunity to face an opponent, we're going to take pride in that. And we're going to take the same approach to it as we would any other game. So this game is most definitely important. And especially for the seniors as well.
John?
Hey, Jonathan, I'm guessing you've already been asked this, so I hope you don't mind me asking again. But with Brent Pry going to Virginia Tech, what was your reaction to that news? And maybe what are one or two of the biggest lessons that you learned from him during his time at Penn State?
Yeah, first impressions was it was kind of shocking, honestly. He's been in this program for like 12 years. So it's like you never really expect it to be like the year, but it ended up being the year where, he ended up making the right decision for himself and his family and his career. And everyone respects that. Everyone in this program understands that. He's put in a lot of time and sacrifices for us here. And, we're real excited for his next chapter, obviously. I think he's going to be a great head coach at VTech, and I'm just happy for him overall, for sure. He's been real loyal to this program for a while.
Elton?
Yeah, Jonathan, bowl games, obviously with these extra practices, some guys get some additional work, some of the younger guys. Who are some guys from the safeties room that you're expecting to kind of see step up and get some additional playing time?
Yeah, guys like Keaton Ellis, who've just been grinding all year, honestly, he's going to definitely have a bigger role going forward. Guys like Jay Reed getting more snaps, more reps, more experience. I think is going to be beneficial, for building depth as well, too. So as far as the back end, yeah, those two guys for sure.
Greg?
Hi, Jonathan. Thanks for your time.
No problem.
Hey, just overall, not your room, but just what you've seen in general. Any offense or defense young guys stand out to you during these developmental practices?
Yeah, for sure. I would say Malik. Malik's a guy, obviously, he missed a large portion of the beginning of the season with an injury. But I've seen him making play after play. Honestly, I'm real excited for him. That's one guy that sticks out to me right away.
If I could follow up there, you're the third guy now to mention Malik. What is it about him? What stands out? We hear he makes plays. Is there one that comes to mind, or just what is it about him that, with that question, he's the first name everybody thinks of?
Yeah, I think it's just his speed and his athleticism. He's a guy, once he gets the ball in open space, it's hard catching up to him. He's a fast guy. Just while being able to watch him develop and, translate his athleticism to the offense and working in the system has been real cool to see.
Thank you.
John?
Hey, Jonathan, you've traveled to a number of bowl games. Wanted to ask, looks like at the Outback Bowl, there's going to be opportunities for the team to spend time together off the field in the community, whether it's at Busch Gardens or somewhere else. What does that mean for the team leading up to a bowl game? What's the value in spending time in the community that you're playing in, and how does that enrich the bowl experience for you?
Yeah, I most definitely feel like it builds up on the experience. It's the last time that this 21 teams going to be together, and, we love each other. We're with each other every single day, so just to have that opportunity to just go on one last ride, and just be with each other, engage with the environment we're in, I feel like it's a real special thing. It shouldn't be taken for granted, for sure.
Elton?
I'm good.
John, do you have anything else?
Yeah, I'll ask one last question,
Okay.
Jonathan. Jesse was asked, whether he was going to play in the bowl game, and Jesse's response was, "Yes, of course I'm going to play in the bowl game." Like he
Mhm.
hadn't even thought about not playing. And I know, players have different reasons for deciding to play or not play in a bowl, but at least at Penn State over the years, it feels like nobody's opting out. Like everybody wants to play. Like to your point, nobody wants to take anything for granted. Is there something about that camaraderie at Penn State that you can point to say, well, this is why? For whatever reason, guys want to play in the bowl game and spend one more game together.
Yeah, I just feel like it just goes back to the off season through spring ball, through summer, and then year after year, honestly, of just constantly being with each other, going through adversity with one another, having highs, having lows. And I feel like, obviously, a lot of relationships, in this locker room, all of them really, we have a real strong bond. And it's because of all the time we spent together and what we've been able to accomplish and the lows that we've been able to obviously stick together through.